Back at the Student Rec Center for the second game of this homestand for the Conestoga Condors women's volleyball program here at Doon campus in Kitchener, Ontario. Hello everybody, Aina Shlom-Kuskimi. Thrilled to bring you this OCAA action between the Conestoga Condors and the Fanshawe Falcons, as Grace McLean going to get things started for the visiting Falcons. She'll have her first kill of the match. Last season, these teams met in the quarterfinals where the Falcons ended the Conestoga Condors season in straight sets. Fanshawe will go on to finish fourth in that tournament, losing in the bronze medal match to Niagara. We always love a battle of the birds. It's going to be a great matchup. It's the Condors and Falcons underway here at the Student Rec Center. Conestoga looking to even this one up. It's going to be a backcourt attack, punching it over into a soft spot, and it will be down. trying to save that one. Diving was number 2 in red. That's Autumn Michael. Conestoga draws even. That's going to send Bianca Marchetti back to serve. Big swing, Marchetti on the spot, able to get there. Going over to Welmers, puts it over the block. Pinpoint accuracy as she deposits that one. That's going to give Conestoga their first lead of the match. And that's going to be an ace for the Condors as they are off and rolling. Bianca Marchetti picking up her first ace of the match. That one rode up just a little bit high, right off Maya Morgan. And it's going to be the first ace. Almost got a second one with some assistance from the net. That one hanging off the block. McKenna Main able to keep it alive. Going over to Marchetti with a big swing. And she touches the line. That's going to be another point. Conestoga on a 4-0 run. And that's another ace. Conestoga continuing to fire on all cylinders in this opening set. Now up 5-1. Marchetti continuing to serve. Already 2 aces so far. We'll look for more. Not going to have the hat trick on this trip. That one sent over and missing the line. Conestoga, good eyes to let it go out of bounds. Marchetti continuing her tenure. And that's going to be the third ace. Marchetti rolling in this first set. Conestoga up 7-1. And that's going to be the first timeout taken by Fanshawe. The last game, Marchetti has always been a very lethal offensive weapon. Right back at it this year. 16 kills, 1 ace, 12 digs for the veteran outside hitter. In this match, already has those 3 aces. Has the Condors rolling. Well, we have a minute. We look at our keys to the game. First, for the home Condors, you can see them on there on your screen. Coached by first year's head coach Celeste Witzel, focusing on discipline as well as aggression. That's something she saw in the last game that she really liked from her team in that match against St. Clair, where they won in straight sets. They're going to be looking to attack everything, be sure staying on everything, and all of that momentum heading towards the net. Doing a great job in that early on in the match. Currently a 6-point lead coming out of the gate. Marchetti continuing to serve for the Condors, coming out of the timeout. 4th year with the team, sees career high, in the service ace department. That came against in 2023, 2024, 70 of them. And she is rolling in this one. Already has 3 for the Condors. Urbano sets going over to Welmers, hits it off the block. That one deep into Fanshawe territory. Unable to run it down. Conestoga comes right out of the timeout, gets another point as they extend their lead. Marchetti had 15 kills in that match against Fanshawe last January, as that's going to be blocked. Welmer's getting in on it and almost getting the second block. This one going to fall just in front of an outstretched McLean arm, and that will stop the run. Conestoga, very impressive as they still have a 6-point lead. The other Grace McLean now going back to serve. Fanshawe last year averaged 10.03 kills percent. Very good in the, pardon me, as another kill going to be made there. Very good in the dig department as they were third. They received the third amount in the league. A big part of their game, looking for that to be a part here as Conestoga going to get the kill, getting her right over, back set from Urbano, going right over to Maine, and she's got her first kill of the match. Soft attack, trying to get under, it was McLean. That one going to be down. Good effort from McLean, trying to keep it alive. Looks like Conestoga actually going to get the points. Welmer's continuing to serve. Welmer's had a career-high 8 blocks the last time these two squared off in the regular season. As a big swing, and this is going to be a point for Fanshawe as they try to claw back in this opening set, currently down 10-3. If you're just tuning in, it's been a wild ride, a number of aces already through the likes of Bianca Marchetti, picking up all of Conestoga's aces so far. Going over to Cowie. This one leaking back over. Conestoga, quick reset, Urbano. Now they're going to try McLean, puts it through the block and down. Grace McLean, the first year, able to get her first kill. Called her name a couple of times on the defensive side, putting it right through the block of Lancaster. And Conestoga continuing to fire. And this one going to be sent towards the scoring table and out. Fanshawe with an emphatic point gets it right back. That's going to send Natalie Campbell back to serve. That one into the net, going to be a serving error charge to her, and Conestoga gets the point right back. Grace McLean stepping back to serve now for the Condors. It's a nice reception there from Michael, one of the rookie members of this team. 8 first-year players for Fanshawe, very young team. Good save and punched over by Marchetti. And that's going to be blocked, still over. Conestoga resets. They're coming over to Maine, volleying it over. Back and forth we continue going, and that is going to end it. Fanshawe gets the point after a lengthy battle between these two squads. Gonna go over to Hannah Cowie. She's gonna be blocked. This one, however, out of bounds. As it looks like Cowie in some discomfort. She'll be able to walk it off and stay in the game now, stepping back to serve. This one into the net, however. That puts us 13-6, our score. That one heading just out of bounds. Trying to go with another backward attack. Seeing that a lot early on from the Falcons. He's very tight to hit that back line. Unsuccessful so far. That's going to send Althea Urbano now back to serve. Urbano, second-year setter for the team. Last season had 344 assists. Very good numbers. Also a number of kills. Had 6 of them. Very good from the setter position. She just dumps it over sometimes onto. Now going over to Maine. A little bit of a no-looker. Now they're going over to Grace McLean. And that one sent up and over the bench. Now we'll get the point back for the Falcons. Another kill for Grace McLean. She's up to 2. McLean had 137 kills a season ago. Played in 17 matches for the Fanshawe Falcons. That's a big swing from Madison Welmers on a seam through the block. And back and forth we continue to go. Conestoga up by 8. See right there, going right up. Great momentum from Welmers. Straight around the 2-man wall. And that's going to be another point for the Condors as they are rolling. Bianca Marchetti back to serve. And just missing the back line. Game of accuracy early on. Conestoga has hit a number of lines. Fanshawe early on just missing. See if that story stays true. 16-7 we go. That one gonna go just a bit long. That's gonna send McLean back. McLean was the team's leading scorer a year ago, now in her 4th year with the club. Had a big offensive uptick last season from the previous year. She had 432 total attacks, 13th most in the league as this one goes out of bounds. Conestoga continues her lead as Cowie coming back into the game. It's a great sign if you're Conestoga. Welmers finished second on the team in kills last year, right behind Bianca Marchetti, 145. We talked about them all of last year. Just that 1-2 punch, very lethal, very dangerous. You've seen a couple of kills early on from Welmers. That is going to be a substitution coming into the game. That sends Piper Morrison in. Morrison is second year from Whitby. Almost had the ace. And it's going over to Cowie, tooling it off the block. Great kill for Cowie. One going over to Maine. Good looking serve. That one cut off by McLean. Gonna try the left side. Diving save made from Maine. Now going over to Marchetti. And she flies. She soars. She scores. She's got another point. 19-10 we go. Bianca Marchetti getting another kill to her ever-growing total. Gonna be her second. Good sinking action to that serve. Going to be a free ball sent over, just getting over the net. A little miscommunication by the Condors. That going over to McLean. She's going to be blocked. That block being credited to Jillian Lancaster. Opening set here at the Student Rec Complex. So we continue on this one going to head just long. Conestoga gets the point right back, looking to close out the opening set. Grace McLean now back to serve. Looking like it might be an ace, and it will be. That's going to be her first of the match. Conestoga very good at the serving department. Already up to 4 aces in the early going as a couple substitutions going to be made. Going to the depth of the bench is Sean Pello, 7th year head coach for the Fanshawe Falcons, as they currently trail by 10. Going over Marchetti, that's a good looking swing, taken in by McLean. Urbano coming for the set, little give and go, back to Marchetti, and she gets the kill. Just thank you very much on a nice looking set from Althea Urbano, her 10th assist. That's put Marchetti up to 3 kills. She puts it through the block again, straight down right in front of Morgan. Conestoga getting the early going, 14.33 kills per set. They are 1-0 on the year after defeating the Saints. We talked about that aggression earlier on. You're seeing it. They're really attacking this game. And they come out looking like they've been shot right out of a cannon as they continue on trying to win the opener. First set has been all Conestoga as they are looking to end this opener. Seems to be a pattern for the Condors as they come out in that first set with a lot of energy. They won the opener against St. Clair 25-20. That would be the widest gap as St. Clair would close it a bit. 23-25 is how the next two would end. That's going to be an ace for McLean. It's Conestoga continuing to pour it on. So we're heading towards the scoring table, and it is going to fall. Paisano gave it a look, but it's going to head out of bounds. Conestoga to set point on a couple nice aces from McLean. She's now up to 3 on the evening, tying Marchetti for the team lead here tonight. That's 6 in the opening set. Very good numbers from the Conestoga Condors. So going to be taken in by Morgan, punching it over top of the block. See who they go to. It's going to be Cowie, and she will just miss the mark. Goes untouched and out of bounds. So that will set up another set point for the Condors. Autumn Michael now back to serve. Michael representing Canada for beach volleyball in the Czech on the Pro Beach Tour. Finished second at the 18U Beach Nationals. She looks to extend this set. Going over to Marchetti. She will be rejected. And that is going to be set back by Lancaster again. Michael continuing to serve, getting nice and low. This one leaking back over. Conestoga ready for it. Still up and down. Fanshawe might have something cooking as they cut the lead to 10. Michael was recruited in the off-season, quoted saying that she felt at home and welcome on campus. Loves the energy and supportiveness from this team and the coaching staff as she plays in her first season. This one put up, still alive. It's Conestoga going to have to reset. Bump set going to Marchetti. And she puts it away. Conestoga going to win the opener by a score of 25-14. Led by Welmers and Marchetti, each with 4 kills. That is going to be how the first set ends. We'll have more action for you right after this. All set to get ready for the second set as we look at some of the stats from set number 1. Conestoga had 23 attacks, 13 kills, 6 aces. Big difference maker in that one. 2 blocks for the Falcons as they would reject a couple of those attacks. Had a couple attacking errors themselves. 7 kills, still looking for their first ace. Digs very similar. 10-5 in favor of Conestoga as we get ready to resume. Last season, Fanshawe finished 9-9 on the year. Slightly better splits at home, finishing 5-4. As we are underway, is the first serve going to be heading just a bit wide. Conestoga going to strike first. We'll send Althea Rabano back to serve. Good looking serve from Rabano. Really love the way that she plays her game, and she's going to watch this one go out of bounds. It's Conestoga picking up right where they left off here in the second set. Rabano continuing her tenure. She now has a knee brace on that left knee. This one going to head just out of bounds. Good looking serve nonetheless from Althea Rabano. For the ever dangerous Grace McLean, now stepping back behind the serve line. Last season had 177 points, 18 blocks, 22 aces. Rabano sets, giving over to Welmer. She'll hit off a block. That one skied high in the air. It's going to be a free ball sent back over. Bobic takes charge. It's going back to the middle. Welmers! She got it! Madison Welmers right down the gut, scores another point for the Condors. Going to be her team leading 5th kill, hitting over 800. As we continue on here at the Student Rec Center, Bianca Marchetti off those 3 aces, would love to get some more on the board. Soft attack, this one going to fall just in front of Bobic and Rabano, who's laid out for it. That will stop the run, putting us back within 1. Off the serving area, that's going to send Welmers back to serve. 16 aces a season ago in her rookie campaign. She was named the Rookie of the Year for the West Division, also named to the All-Rookie team along with Bobic. This one going to be rolled over by Cowie. And this one out of bounds off the antenna. You see it signaled there by one of our line judges. That's going to be Jonathan Friedel. Our other officials are going to include, up is going to be John Mokler, down Kelvin Yee, and on the other line is Kyla Kurtstead. Welmer's continuing to serve. It's Conestoga up by 3. This one going to be blocked, and no one's home. All 6 of the Falcons up towards the net. This one getting over top of all of them and right down on their side. It's a good looking block going up, and rejecting it was McKenna Main and Cowie. Cowie getting credit for the block. Hitting off of her, that is going to be Conestoga's first of the match. As Welmer's continuing to serve. This one just catching the tape, as that's going to end her tenure. Conestoga's last game, great opening set. We mentioned that earlier. 16 kills on 29 attacks, only 2 errors. They do a very good job limiting that on their side. We talked about it earlier with what Coach Witzel talked about was the discipline on this team. You're seeing it in that one as they limited the amount of attacking errors they had. And Conestoga going to get the point. All over the Saints to start the season. They would total 43 kills in that match, did the Condors with McKenna Main stepping back. I mentioned earlier that Marchetti, a very lethal weapon for the Condors. She had 16 kills in that one. Welmers with 4 and McLean with 7. Cowie tries to dump this one back, that time ready, and another nice save. Good defensive plays there from Simone Paysanot. This one off the block and down. It's Conestoga going to get the point. Good read from McLean. Fanshawe looking for a setup, as that's going to be the ace for Maine. Maine had 3 to go in limited action, getting a bigger role this year for the Condors, now in her 2nd year with the team. Cambridge just picked up her first ace of the match. Looking for another one, will not be able to find it. Diving save from Rabano. Marchetti tracks it down. It's Conestoga going to send the free ball over. Good read from Bobic. Able to get under one and keeping it alive for the Condors. This one off the block. Conestoga on the defensive side doing a good job. This one played by Cowie. Nice save from Morgan, who's going to just bump it over. Another little miscommunication to Marchetti from the backcourt. And it was going to go untouched and down. We continue to battle here in the 2nd set. Conestoga up 9-4. If you're just tuning in, they won the opening set by a score of 25-14. Going over to Cowie. She's going to be blocked. Quick reset. Try the other side to McLean. And a good dig from the Fanshawe Falcons. Been their MO. We talked about it earlier. And that's going to be a net touch by Cowie. Give the point for Fanshawe. Good read from McLean. Give and go with Urbano. Has to adjust. This one going to nick off of that antenna on the attack from Grace McLean. We mentioned has those 7 kills from that opening match. Good looking from here, dumping it over on 2, and it's going to not be able to get over. Still actually over. Urbano saves it, and Urbano trying to go for the dump. Now McLean hitting it off the block. Conestoga, that was very crafty. That one hit the net. Good read from Urbano, still able to keep the play alive. As we continue on here. See where they go. They're going to go to the backcourt. It's going to be McLean. Dug out by Morgan. Great battle forming here. Is this one off the antenna? And that is how that one's going to end. Conestoga wins a lengthy battle to secure the point. They lead 11-5. This one rejected. Cowie and Marchetti in on the block. That's Conestoga doing it on the defensive side as well. We get another look at this one. Marchetti goes up. I believe it's going to hit off her. Cowie going to get credit for the block. Nonetheless, great job sealing the wall. There was nothing there for that hit. Going to go back to McLean. She sends an absolute seam, and it is going to fall. Good reactionary play from Bobic. She was able to get under, and that ball hung up for a bit. No Condor was able to get into the vicinity. Conestoga doing a good job on the defensive side, keeping plays alive, extending the sets as this one going to be down. Bobic got a piece, but it will not be able to elevate. Worsfold continuing to serve. Played in 17 games for the team last year, totaled 90 kills. In her 4th year with the team. That was a career high last year, was those 90 kills. As this one going to be blocked, Bobic shoots it up. Bump set by Urbano, going over to Cowie. And it is blocked, still up, and now it is going to be a lift. Fanshawe draws within 4. And that's going to be the ace. That one just rolling off of Bobic. Worsfold got the ace. That's going to be the team's first of the match. And it could have come at a better time for Fanshawe as they try to claw back in this second set. See if they can even it up. Going over to Cowie. And able to get it over. Bobic takes charge. Urbano sets. Going to Marchetti. She'll be blocked. And it will fall in just on the line. That gets a cheer from the Falcons bench as their team continuing to rally. Worsfold, the Dorchester native, is continuing to have a good lengthy time at the serving line. Now they're going to go over to Cowie, see if Conestoga can stop this, and they will as Cowie puts it through the block and down. Cowie up to 4 kills now to go along with those 2 blocks. She's back to service. This one heading into the net, however, as these 2 teams continue to battle, not willing to give an inch. Pesono to serve. That one was looking pretty good. From Saskatchewan, a very talented setter, proven herself at the highest levels. Conestoga's lead shrinks to 1. Pesono won multiple Sask Cups, making the provincial team. Plays with such passion. I had a chance to just talk to her briefly, and you can just see the love for the game. And that is going to be a violation on the Condors. That's going to be a timeout taken by Coach Witzel as we are back to even on a big rally here in the second set from the Fanshawe Falcons. We are back to even. We're going to take a brief moment while these teams talk it over. We'll be right back with more OCAA women's volleyball action. Fanshawe eager to get back on the floor. Coming out of that timeout, Pesono continuing to serve for the Falcons. He has 3 assists in this match as one of the setters almost got the ace, as it's going to be a free ball. There's a little miscommunication between Maine and Bobic. That gives Fanshawe the lead. This one going to go long on the serve from Pesono. As we mentioned, another one of the first-year players, very young team for Fanshawe. Very happy with how their season ended as they were able to finish in the top 4. They were excited about that. They're looking to build off that this year. A lot of young talent. They've really been focusing on that work ethic. That's something that they've really stressed. You're seeing them get to where they want to. They're controlling the ball better in this second set even. Being able to adapt is very key into each of these matches. It's a very quick season. They're doing a great job early on in this one. Set going over to Welmers. Straight down. That's textbook. Beautiful kill from Madison Welmers. And she's going to get the point right back for the Condors, putting us back to even. See the back set. And Welmers going right over top of the block, straight down. Not a thing Fanshawe could do on that one. That was beautiful. Good dig from Marchetti. This one going over to Maine. And now McLean from the backcourt. This one going to go long. Marchetti continuing to serve. Conestoga up to 7 aces. Marchetti looking for the team's 8th. It's a good thing to this one right at McLean. She's able to handle it. And a good dig out. Joust for at the net, and it will fall. Fanshawe strikes again. Both of these teams trading points as we continue to battle in the second set. This one going to go just long on the serve. Conestoga now with the narrowest of leads again, 17-16. You always love to see these close sets if you're watching. It just gets the heart pounding a little harder. Anybody's set as Welmers serving for the Condors. Taking over Pesono, nice set. Rubano gets a piece of it. Marchetti! And she will be unable to elevate that right in front of the Condors bench. Back to even we go. You're really seeing it. Teams will get that 1-point lead, and then the response. And you're seeing that time and time again as we continue to battle here. Campbell stepping back to serve. That one going to go just out of bounds. See the flag go up in the air. And once again, Conestoga back with a 1-point lead. See if they can extend it. Try to add a couple of security points as Maine now serving. As mentioned, McKenna Maine made great strides for the team. Quick adjustment, and it's not going to get over as Worsfold just tried to volley it over. But unfortunately, that one going to stay on Fanshawe's side. Conestoga able to have a 2-point lead heading into this timeout for Fanshawe. They split last year with the Falcons, each of them winning at home. I asked Coach Witchell what was a focus ahead of this game, and it's taking it a game at a time. They're not really focused on results this early into the year. They're seeing what they can do better each and every game, making adjustments in-game, and then also going back, watching the film, and then addressing some of their mistakes and being able to prepare for their next game. Conestoga in a lengthy homestand to open up the regular season. They started here on October 19th. They're playing this one here tonight. 2 more home games in November against Cambrian and Boreal before they head on the road for their matchup on November 7th with the Sheridan Bruins. McKenna Maine continuing to serve, coming out of that timeout. Both coaches with 1 remaining as we continue to play on. This one heading into the net, however, is going to be a serving error charged. And that puts Fanshawe right back in striking distance. Michael now back to serve. The rookie had 12 kills in her first game in the OCAA. They did drop their season opener to Niagara back on October 18th. And now they're tied again with the Condors. Both teams have had a little bit of rest, having not played since last weekend. Definitely some time to prepare, readjust, and refocus as we are back underway. Bottom comes set, going over to Cowie. She's going to be blocked and is going to run into the net. Fanshawe continuing to try to see if they can even up sets. They now have the lead. See how Conestoga responds. They're going to go over to McLean. Going to be blocked and sent back up to the other side. Free ball, and it's going to head out of bounds. Good communication from Maine and Marchetti on the near sideline as they let that one fall. Little uncharacteristic 2 sets for Grace McLean on Fanshawe. Usually deadly accurate, as she's had a couple of errors in this one, hitting it off the antenna and a couple of those balls going out of bounds. Still with the lead with 4 kills for the ladies in red. It's going to be a tough one, and it is going to go out of bounds. Not much she could do with that one, as that put her in a very awkward spot. There's the set, and a free ball now sent over by the Condors. See if Fanshawe can capitalize, and tooling it off the block and down. That's going to be Jamie Worsfold. She's now back to serve as we are back even. There's a couple subs coming into the game for Fanshawe. That being Lewis, and it looks like Chloe Hunter coming back in. (21-21) here in the second set. Still up for grabs. See if Conestoga can grab a lead 2-0, or will it be even? We're going to find out. They're going over backward to McLean, and that one hitting the net. Momentum swings for Fanshawe momentarily. Going over to Marchetti, and she's going to get the kill. Great response from the veteran hitter. Marchetti picks up her 5th kill of the match. That one puts us back to even. We saw in that first set, it was a lot of runs. Conestoga went on a 7-0 run after the initial point. This one going to just miss the back line. We're not seeing that here. This one very back and forth, almost a little bit choppy, as you're seeing teams get 1 point and then the side out. And you're seeing that time and time again as the ball is changing possession a number of times. 23-22 now in favor of Fanshawe. Over to Welmers, and that one going to miss the mark. She tried to go for a backline attack. That puts set point for Fanshawe. Fanshawe looking to close it out. This one leaking back over Jousford at the net. And Conestoga going to get the point. And it looks like Coach Powell going to look for an explanation from our up official. He'll send his captain McLean. That is going to be a timeout now taken by Sean Pello. Conestoga back within 1. It's going to be a set point coming up again for Fanshawe when we return. With that buzzer, we are set to resume. Althea Urbano to serve for the Condors. Sono coming back into the game. Fanshawe recruited height in the offseason. 10 players over 5'10". They definitely have a size advantage over most of their opponents. Conestoga plays a very big game as well. Urbano with a serve, it's going to get over. Penoso with the set, they're going to go over to McLean. This one going to get through the block and down. Grace McLean had a little bit of trouble finding it early, but she gets that one. 25-23 is how this second set's going to end. Fanshawe battling right back. As we get set for the third set, we take a look at the scoring summary. First for the Fanshawe Falcons in that second set, they had 8 kills, 10 airs on 29 total attacks. They would be winning that one in a dog fight. Conestoga 7 kills, 9 airs on 33 attacks. Both teams had negative hitting percentages and a very close second set. See what we have in store for the rest of this one. So we are back to even. Conestoga to serve first. It's going to be Althea Urbano. And with that, we are backing away, and right out of the gate, Althea Urbano's got the ace. Urbano at 25 a season ago. As she continues to pair the ball. Season high came back against Fanshawe that she had 5. Previous game against Sheridan had 4. This one kept alive. Diving save from Urbano. Free ball sent over. Fanshawe mounting their attack. They're going to go over to McLean. This one through the block. And this one going back to Marchetti now. Rolling it over. kept alive. Diving save from Morgan. Good defensive stand, and this one is going to hit into the net. Conestoga starts off with a 2-0 run. Urbano continuing to serve. Urbano, I mentioned, the second-year setter for the Condors. Last year finished with an assists per set average of 6.04. Very creative in her assisting. You see a lot of back sets from her. You're also seeing her just with head. She'll dump over on two. She can catch defenses off guard and does a great job at reading them. This one, however, into the net off her serve. And that's going to send her counterpart, Pesono. Urbano tracking it down. Here it goes to Marchetti. She gets it through the puck, and this one still up, and now it's going to fall. It was a great effort from Campbell. She kept it alive momentarily, but it was unable to find another Falcon to get it up. Great run up from Marchetti, putting it right through the block. Dug out, however, by Pesono. But ultimately, Conestoga gets the point. Add another one to the total for Marchetti. This one just missing the back line. McLean now set to serve, closing in on 500 career points, currently sitting at 553 coming into action tonight. Conestoga, quick reset, going back to Marchetti, through the block and down. As she's going to get it right over top of the block. We have a quick look at this one while Cowie comes back in. Conestoga rejected it on their first opportunity, right back, one wall up, and getting it right down over an outstretched McLean arm. This one going over to McLean, and it's going to fall in. As another block for the Falcons. They're up to 6 on the evening. Conestoga just with 2. As you see, Fanshawe doing a great job sealing the edge. That's 4 blocks for Lancaster. Also giving 1 now to McLean, Campbell, and Worsfold. And that one hits the mark, and it's going to be all back to even we go. Quick reset and see who can get the lead now as Fanshawe continuing to come out firing after dropping that opening set. Four players for Fanshawe last year, over 100 points on the season. That being McLean, Worsfold, Peak, and Sloan. 2 of those players no longer with the club after graduating. So we continue on here. And that's going to set the first serve for Jessica Muir. Cowie going to be blocked. Quick reset. Muir calls for it. They're going to go over to McLean. She'll hit it off the block to the other McLean. Back and forth we continue to go. Good passing from the Condors and Falcons. And Marchetti hits the mark. That gives Conestoga a 3-point lead. Another lengthy battle between these two. It's always fun when they play each other. You're treated to some very good volleyball. Conestoga currently with the lead. Muir continuing to serve. And that one catching the back line as they're seeing McLean get hot. London, Ontario native Natalie Campbell back to serve. That one going over to Muir. Diving save from McLean. And this one not going to get over. Good looking swing from Muir. See if Fanshawe going to have a response. This swing going to head into the net, however, from Autumn Michael. And as the lead grow to 4 points for the Condors. Key players for Fanshawe is their number one, Grace McLean. We've talked about her a bit throughout the broadcast. Her offensive numbers over her 3 years now into her 4th. It's also the diversity across the court. You're seeing a lot of players get some playing time. Very young team as they continue to find their identity. It's Marchetti with a big swing. Dug out, kept alive. Great play from Morgan. They're going to go right back to Marchetti. This time is going to be blocked and out of play. But it was not. I don't believe it actually got over that as it hit off it. 9-6 we go here in the third. Quick little roster correction. Dana Sloan still on the team, but is currently inactive here tonight. Was part of the West Division's all-rookie team. Conestoga going to get another kill, going right over to Cowie, as that one going to carry him off Campbell and out of play. Now it's the aforementioned Cowie back to serve. Right back to McLean, and she got it again. Really attacking that back line for Conestoga, and she is now hitting her mark. A number of kills here in the third. Gives her 7, picking up 3 in this set so far. Bono going back to Marchetti, tooling it off the block and down. McLean and Campbell give it a look. That's going to be another kill for Bianca Marchetti as she continues to rack them up. Mitch Marchetti has 16 of those in the match against St. Clair. Has 9 so far here tonight. Definitely probably add to that total. This one a little bit too far. Gives the point back to the Condors. Bono currently sits atop the league in assists per set this year, 11.67, as she continues to distribute the ball with pinpoint accuracy. A great weapon for the Condors, as this one going to be rejected by Muir and Welmers. 4 touches signaled by our up official, Conestoga. Good rejection, turning into a point. Early in the season, you're seeing Conestoga convert on a lot of their kills, and their passing definitely a big part. Seem to be able to transition quickly into offense as they seem to be firing on all cylinders. This one off the net, and it's going to catch the line. Definitely a potent lineup on both sides of the field. Excuse me, the court, as we were being treated to some great volleyball here this evening. Conestoga leading 13-8. So that's going to draw Pesono back. And that is going to be the ace. Conestoga getting the point right back, sending Marchetti to serve. Putting over and blocked by Muir. Rising up and sending it right back. That's a great stuff at the net. Only Condor there as she rejects the attack of Campbell. Great play from number 13 in white. Going to go with a bump set. This one blocked again. Diving save from McLean. This one going over to the other McLean, and it's going to be blocked by the other McLean. Definitely a broadcaster's nightmare having to deal with so many McLeans, especially when they get as many touches as these two do. It's going to be another block for the Fanshawe Falcons as they are within 5. And that is going to be the ace for Grace McLean of Fanshawe. Add another one to her total. Had one coming into tonight, picks up her second on the campaign. This one, however, into the net. Seeing a different serving style from Welmers. Doesn't jump. This one just catching the top part of the net. That was a good looking serve from Welmers, just nicking the top part. She will head off as we continue to play on. That puts libero back in for the Condors. That's Gemma Pereno. This one rode up a bit on Marchetti. Conestoga keeps it alive, going over to McLean. Turned away by the defense. That is time up time and time again. Tooling it off the block and down. Point for the Falcons. They continue to rally. That opener against Niagara. Errors were a bit of a problem for the ladies. Definitely something they've addressed in practice, as that is going to be a kill for the Condors as they get the point right back. They did, however, have 7 aces in that match. 13 digs to the likes of Morgan and McLean, as the team totaled 54 in that game. Muir to serve. That one just going to miss the line from Jessica Muir. And we continue to have a couple subs come into the game. Seeing the depth of this Fanshawe bench at work. 12 different players have seen action so far in this one. As Chloe Hunter back in to serve. One of the setters on this team in her second year with the club. This one, however, into the net via serving air charge there. Conestoga gets the point, extending it to 4. Back and forth we continue to go. Conestoga, bit of a lead in this one, but we've seen Fanshawe close the gap time and time again. This one rejected by Cowie. Quick reset. Fanshawe going to try right back again. This time getting it through the block. It's going to go untouched. And out of play, Conestoga gets the point. They're looking to close this one out. Grace McLean, see if she can get a couple aces. Been serving the ball very well. Like the positioning and speed of her serves. A little bit of sinking action as we continue on. Just missing the line as that one looked pretty good. This Fanshawe program went back-to-back in championships in 2018, 2019. Definitely a lot of championship pedigree throughout this program. This one heading into the net, however. It's only the second game as the timeout going to be taken here by Fanshawe as they trail by 5. Early in the season, but it's a very short season. You don't want to have nights off. Continuing to learn is one of the key factors for both of these teams. You want to learn from mistakes, and you can really attack that mid to late part of the season with some ferocity. Although definitely starting off with some wins early on in the season doesn't hurt as well. Going to have about 38 seconds left in this timeout. We'll be right back with more women's volleyball action. Hannah Cowie to serve now for the Condors. as they look to close this one out. This one leaking back a little bit towards the net. Kept alive. McLean. Off the block. Saved by Cowie. Right back over to Fanshawe territory. Another tool off the block. Cowie's got it as she's in a collision with McLean. They'll get up. Welmers off of Morgan. Players running it down, and it will land. McLean gave it a good look. A couple of nice defensive plays from Hannah Cowie. She was in a collision with McLean. They look to be okay. See it right there at the end of play. Set from Urbano going right over to Welmers. The block was unable to get set as you saw them still trying to move to cover. Maybe they thought they were going over to Marchetti. That's what we're talking about, that 1-2 punch. Diving save from Morgan. Right back over to Conestoga's end. Now it's Muir. Set going over to Marchetti. Good roll shot. Seeing right there. See her swing with such force, but also the awareness to go with the roll shot. Now she's going to go for a big swing, and this one's going to be blocked, kept alive. And trying it again. Diving save from Morgan as we continue to battle. And Marchetti sends it right back down. 3 looks and she got it on the 3rd. Definitely earning her playing time as that was a big swing for Marchetti right when the Condors needed it. Urbano saves it. And a free ball sent over by McLean. Conestoga really moving well on the defensive side. Urbano takes charge. They're going to go right back to Marchetti. Block goes up, off of Morgan and down. Back-to-back kills. Bianca Marchetti. She's up to 11. And that's back-to-back games with double-digit kills for the veteran outside hitter. Really putting in the work in this 3rd set, trying to get her team the lead. That was a good sinking serve from Cowie, and it's going to be blocked by Marchetti. Doing it on both sides of the ball as she gets her first block of the match. And that puts the Condors to set point. Cowie looking to close it out. This one leaking back over. Playing it off the net and sent over. Good play from Welmers. Now Conestoga can reset. It's going to head out of bounds, however, and that's going to do it. Conestoga wins it 25-15. It's a very good set for the Condors. And very good from their leader, Bianca Marchetti, as she get a number of key kills as well as a block. Players filing onto the court for the fourth set. Conestoga in white, they'll be on the left side of your screen. Fanshawe in red on the right as we look at the summary from the third. Conestoga had 10 kills on 25 total attacks, did a great job rebounding and limiting their errors. Only 3 after coming off that 9 errors in the second. Also improved their hitting percentage to 280. For the Falcons, they had 5 kills on 28 total attacks. Unfortunately, had a negative hitting percentage, 8 errors in that one as well as we are back underway. Pesono getting this thing started, going right back to Marchetti, hitting it off the block and down. Conestoga gets their 31st kill off the hot hand of Bianca Marchetti, who continues to rack up the kills for the Condors. Another key factor in this one has been the service aces. Conestoga at 9. Very impressive serving as they are definitely winning that battle here tonight. That's going to be a point for the Condors as this one sneaks out of bounds. Urbano continuing to serve. This one is going to fall. A little bit of help from the net. It's going to be the ace for Urbano. She has 25 assists on the night as this one hung onto the net and just snuck over straight down. Her second ace of the match. Earlier, this one deep into Fanshawe territory. Urbano just so creative in both attacks. Is this one going to head out of bounds? It's a 4-0 run to start the fourth set, pardon me. Conestoga also had a good preseason leading into the regular season, and that's another ace for Urbano as she'll interrupt my thought. More than welcome to do so as Althea Urbano firing now. She gets her third ace, and that's going to give the Condors 11. So looking back, they had a great preseason, did the Condors, won both of them 4-0 in sets and 3-1 against Niagara and George Brown. Transitioned that into the regular season as they would have a 3-0 win in the sweep over St. Clair. That's going to be the first point ending the run for the Condors. That sends Grace McLean back to serve. McLean was named to the OCAA Women's Volleyball Championship All-Stars for her efforts in the postseason. This one heading into the net. Bianca Marchetti stepping back to serve, the OCAA scoring champion, named to the second team All-Stars along with Madison Welmers. We mentioned how much we talk about these two. Just a dangerous 1-2 combination. Marchetti has been on fire tonight as this is right down the line. It's a good looking kill for Kelsey Lewis. Bumps at this one high in the air, and Muir going to be rejected. Try the other side, McLean! The block there for the Falcons, but it's going to fall out of bounds. Conestoga gets the point again, up by 5. Conestoga really liking how they're utilizing the whole court right now. You're seeing them get stopped on one side, they immediately transition. Urbano does a great job with the back set, sending it to the other side, able to get the point on there. That big swing just looking weightless there was Mickle. This one hitting the antenna. A couple unfortunate errors just nicking the antenna on that one. Conestoga continuing to roll. It's going to be Welmer stepping back. Mentioned earlier that she was named the Rookie of the Year and to the all-rookie team. Had 145 kills, averaged 2.27 per set. She had very impressive numbers. 6 double-digit kill games last season. Career high 15 against Sheridan. As that one will be a point for the Falcons. They will end the run. That sends Lewis back to serve. Lewis, another Saskatchewan-born player for the Falcons in her first year as well. Her Pisono from there. That one kept alive and free ball sent over. Great save from Marchetti. Pereno also in on the play. And that one going to cross up the Conestoga defense. As Fanshawe might have something cooking. And as they look to claw back, as Conestoga jumped out to an early lead here in set number 4. That one hitting off the block right to Marchetti. Johnny on the spot. Now it's going back to Muir. And she got it. That's going to be Jessica Muir's first kill in the OCAA. Now she is back to serve. And Muir back-to-back points. First kill, first ace for Jessica Muir. She has a couple nice plays. And that's going to be a point for the Condors on the double touch. Really excited to see how the extra size of Jessica Muir, standing 6'2", brings to this team. This player has a lot of promise. See how she develops just currently in her rookie campaign. And she's got another ace. The mirror on the wall is seeing a couple of aces for Jessica Muir. She's up to 3, as that is going to be a timeout taken by Fanshawe. Conestoga leading 12-4 as they look to close it out. Muir continuing to serve, coming off a couple of aces. This one leaking back over, put right back, and a kill for McLean, her 5th. This one leaks right back over. McLean saw enough, good recognition, getting it right down. That one hitting off Simone Pisono, who went up to challenge. Once again, leaking back over. Seeing Muir serves, that one's pulling up the block. Cowie's got the kill. Muir serves, causing a little bit of grief for Fanshawe off the reception as they're coming right back over. Conestoga makes good on both of them. As Hannah Cowie will add another kill to her total. She's up to 6. Welmers with 8 and Marchetti leading with 12. Conestoga ducks out of the way of this one, and it is going to be another point for the Condors. And a couple subs coming into the game. That's going to be Campbell as well as Hunter back in. As Pisono and Lewis off. Conestoga up by 11 here in the 4th set. Looking to close out, as they are definitely in a groove right now. Mentioned earlier, volleyball, game of runs. Conestoga definitely in one. Riding Jessica Muir. This one looks like it might have been out of play, and it is going to fall in front of Muir and Rabano. piece of the game for the Fanshawe Falcons is just continuing to bring the energy. Currently down, but this team is very resilient. We've seen it time and time again. Their ability to battle back. You saw it in the second set. Looking to see that again here. Just being able to continue to play the game. They know this is a very tough place to play. It can get very loud, especially when the crowd gets behind it. And you're seeing that with Conestoga, the way they're playing. Their crowd is right behind them. So that's going to be another kill for Fanshawe. And that one gonna hit off the net and down. A little bit of luck on the side of the Condors. They've had a couple of little bit of helpers from the net. McLean benefiting from this one. It's gonna be her 4th ace. Team leader in that category. As Conestoga continuing to fire on all cylinders. This one punched right back over. Conestoga mounting their attack. They're gonna go to mirror. And a little bit too far for an outstretched McLean arm. That one heading out of play. Conestoga continuing to fire. This one rolled over into a softer spot on the defense. Jessica Mears steps up. Now going over to McLean. This one tracks back Morgan. Good veteran presence for the team. Now going over to McLean, and she hits the line. Pinpoint accuracy. Grace McLean. Seen it time and time again as the Dorchester native gets the point for the Falcons. And that will stop the run. 18-6 our score. Over floats of Urbano going over, and she got it. We talked about it. There it was. Althea Urbano going over onto, dumping it right into the defense of Fanshawe. They were unsuspecting, caught flat-footed. You just see the awareness. You don't know where she's exactly going. And beautifully done by Althea Urbano. She's got her 2nd kill. This one over and down. Flying through the air, Grace McLean at another one. She comes right from the backcourt. Look at her go. Rolling it over top of the block in front of her counterpart. And that puts us 20-6 in favor of the Condors. So that Urbano got turned around, unsure of where it was. It'll be another kill for the Falcons as they look to mount a comeback. That's going to bring in Weidman as well as Elliott into the game. As McLean heading off. That's going to be a substitution as well as Pesono coming back in. We continue on. Pesono stepping in now to serve. Going over to Muir. That one hitting off the net. Your fans right here, you really just got to take this 1 point at a time. You can't let that score stay in your head. Just continue to focus on that next point, the next rally. Just continue to try to win it 1-0. So going over to Elliott, hitting off the block and down. Elliott, fresh into the game's got the kill. It's going to send Urbano back to serve, up to 30 assists in this one. Going along with 3 aces and 2 kills. She's got a 5-point effort. And make that another ace, 4 on the night for Althea Rabano, now tied with Grace McLean, as Conestoga continues to dominate the serving battle. They'll add another one to their ever-growing total. That's up to 15 now in the match. Moving this one over. It's kept alive momentarily, and that one going to fall. Fanshawe battling back gets that point. Now it's going to be Grace McLean. This is the first meeting between these two teams. The next one will be in the new year in London. That game is slated for January 14th. Conestoga can get the point as they try to close this one out. Up 23-9. It's going to be McKenna Main. That's going over to Muir. She puts it over top of the block, right to McLean. So we continue to battle forward here. This one off the block, but it's going to fall out of bounds. Conestoga doing a good job getting that block set early on as they're rising to the challenge of these Fanshawe hitters. Lancaster, very good blocking numbers in the match. See where they go. There's a swing, and it's going to beat Rabano as she laid out for it. Fanshawe not done yet. Lancaster to serve. And that is going to be the kill for Muir. There's the back set again, patented there by Rabano, and Muir unloads a ferocious kill. It's going to be her second, and she's now up to 3 points. Excuse me, 6 points. Elliott sending over to Muir. As Paisono says, not today. Now on the counter, this one in. Elliott lets it go over her head, and it's down. That one had some zip on it. 24-12 we go. We're going over to Weidman, and that one into the net. Fanshawe continuing to do what they do best. That's battling as they look to try to get this one back to even. Another set point for the Condors. Going over to Muir. Hits it off the block. Diving save made by McLean. Now to the other side. This one blocked. Weidman takes charge. A little give and go. Get back to Weidman. This one leaking back over and down. Fanshawe continuing to rally. Lewis continuing to serve. As we continue on here in the fourth set. This one heading right back over. And now it's a free ball for the Condors. Set going back to Muir. And that is going to do it. Conestoga wins it by a score of 25-14. They'll win it 3-1 in sets. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a post-game interview for you momentarily. Here with Jessica Muir. Congratulations on your first OCAA kill and ace, first of all.
Thank you.
Big offensive showing for you guys in the first, third, and fourth sets. What was working for you on the offensive side?
I think just being aggressive and like using all of our different shots, knowing that, trusting our setters.
And then 2-0 on the season. How important is it in this league to start like that?
Just to like show that like your team's worth there and they're someone to like fight against and like not have last year's expectations play into this year because a lot of teams are different.
And then finally, next up, Cambrian. How do you have to reset and get ready for that match?
I think the same way we do every game is just focusing on our side and not worrying too much about what the other side looks like.
Jessica, once again, congratulations. Go enjoy your win.
Thank you so much.
That does it for us here from the Student Rec Center. Conestoga improves to 2-0 over the Fanshawe Falcons as they win it by 3-1 in sets. Thank you so much, everybody, for spending some time with us. From all of us here at the Student Rec Complex, I'm Aidan Szlapkowski. Be sure to tell somebody you love them, and we will see you next time.